put my seatbelt on. All right, so we are getting back to work on this Derby car. We've got a lot of stuff done. Basically, we don't have a transmission. I don't have a Hillbilly. I don't have the hood on. There's a few things, just me right now. And I'll show you guys where we're at on the car. All right, so we've got the gas tank in, the shifter, the front tires, the steering, the roof sign. We've got the window bars, got those mounts, and we have cut firewall out. So now all we need to do, wire it, hood bolts, engine and transmission, and then the most important thing, paint it. Paint is for Thursday. Today's Wednesday. We're gonna be painting tomorrow. Then we have Friday and the Derby's on Saturday. Unfortunately, we found out some news yesterday about Hillbilly. So he was disqualified for his dental implants. The reasoning, I'm not really sure what's going on, but what does matter is he's coming back today. He's gonna be here to help me get this car finished. And then at 11 o'clock this morning, we're headed to another dentist appointment. We're gonna take you guys with. We're gonna do a lot more explaining, but basically he had a tooth that's impacted and it goes into his sinuses. So that's right where they wanna put a screw for the dental implants. So unfortunately, they disqualified him for that procedure. But like we said, we're gonna give him a new smile. We're headed to the dentist's office. They're gonna do their x-rays and the pre-visit and get it scheduled to get his teeth taken out and get his dentures made. We're just going from dental implants to dentures. Ultimately, in the beginning, that's what Hillbilly wanted. He wanted his teeth pulled and he wanted dentures. And we were just trying to help out a little bit, you know, and do what we could, but that didn't pan out. So we're still giving him what he wants and he's still gonna get that new smile. And just gonna take a little bit longer than before, but he'll still get his paid vacation. It'll still be awesome. What?
He is back.
There's Hillbilly.
Why isn't it done?
I missed you.
I would have had it done.
Oh, of course. All right. Hillbilly would have had it done. So, all right, fine. Get it done.
Where's the transmission?
Not here. You guys might have seen Steve in some cameos. He's in the background. He's running the tow truck. He's doing the things and doing the such. Steve is actually Hillbilly's father-in-law. We sent Steve up to Salt Lake today to a depot to pick up our transmission from Summit Racing and get it back down here because that's all we got. We got the engine and transmission to put in. We got the engine sitting right over here, but we can't go vroom vroom without any.
We already went vroom vroom.
I know, but now we want to go. So as soon as the transmission gets here, we're slapping that combination in the car. Hillbilly doesn't know it, but in 15 minutes, we're leaving to take him to his dental appointment. Still getting that smile. So we have 2 more days to get this car done. And I'm gonna make a phone call because this phone call single-handedly is going to determine how today and tomorrow goes. We're gonna call TJ McPhee.
Will he answer?
I don't know.
Who's TJ?
TJ is on the other team.
Robby Layton.
Good morning, TJ McPhee.
How are you, man?
I'm gonna ask you a question, and this is going to be the deciding factor of how my day goes today and tomorrow and Friday.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how cheated is your car?
1.
You're so full of crap.
I promise you.
No. This is me, friend to friend, asking an honest question. How cheated is your car?
I promise you, Robby, I didn't cheat it. I wanted to.
That's why I'm calling, because I want to too, and I'm going to if I need to. I was told through the grapevine, a reliable source, that we better not show up with a knife to a gunfight.
Robby, I promise you. You have Case go look at it. He take Case up there with a flashlight. He can look at it from bumper to bumper. I promise you, it's not cheating.
You're making me not want to cheat now, and I feel like this is a tactic.
Robby, you've known me for how long? I've never lied to you.
Hand on your heart, swear to me, because otherwise, I'm gonna make this thing dirty. So,
Hand on my heart.
All right.
And my word. It's
All right.
not cheating.
then I will not weld these kickers in. I appreciate it. You just made a whole lot less work for us for the next 3 days.
Don't we need the hinges?
No.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure. So what we're gonna do now is we've got hood bolts and we're gonna mount the hood bolts. I think we'll do 2 here and 1 here. So we're not gonna be putting the bolts in because we gotta get to a dentist appointment. Once we get back, we're gonna put some bolts in the hood that will actually hold this hood down. We're not gonna cut our header bolts, or our header spots yet until we have the engine and transmission in later today. So let's head to Mount Pleasant. We've got some dentistry to take care of. Smile. So we just got back from Dr. Sorensen in Mount Pleasant, and it went pretty good. Basically, we got a couple more options. Pull all of Hillbilly's teeth and just do a full set of dentures, or another option is save them. Hillbilly is dead set.
Was dead set.
I'm getting him pulled, but I think, maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, there's a few issues at hand. They hurt him. He's got bad genetics. So one of those can't be fixed. The bad genetics part There's just nothing we can do about that. He's got some bad teeth. What do you got? Probably 3/4 of your teeth are bad. So he's got about 1/4 of the teeth in his mouth that are still good.
That's not very many because I already got a bunch pulled.
Yeah, that's not very many. So when we're talking 1/4 of his teeth, we're talking like 2. So bear with us. Anyway, so what we're thinking is the possibility of doing a couple root canals, doing some general dentistry, getting the cavities taken care of, starting with a super deep clean of his teeth, and then if we can get them all fixed, do a complete set of veneers on the front, do some bridges, fill in the gaps, a couple dental implants so that he gets a full mouthful of teeth, but he also gets to save his teeth that are still healthy, and he doesn't have to go straight from bad teeth to a full set of dentures yet. The implants aren't off the table, the dentures aren't off the table. What we're thinking is start with a deep cleaning and really get a game plan. So this isn't gonna be a 24-hour smile makeover like we were hoping, but he might be able to fix the teeth he has, save the teeth he has, and in the long run, this might be a better option. He is gonna be going tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, he's gonna be back at the dentist's office, getting those suckers hosed out with a big wire wheel and brush to get them cleaned. Dr. Sorensen's gonna be able to take some better x-rays and really see exactly what's going on inside his mouth. If we can go through these steps and kind of try out some things first, it might be the best.
I think I don't care what they do as long as I don't have pain and they look good.
Yeah. It just might take a few more steps to get to that point. Let's get to work though, because we have a derby car to build, and we literally have Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But we got good news that Steve is on his way from Salt Lake. He has our transmission in the bed of the truck, and when it gets here, we're gonna be putting that transmission right on the back of the engine.
How you doing?
I am attempting to cut a really large hole, and I'm kind of just in there like this. I'm hoping for the best. All right, so we just got the hood bolts all cut. The bolts fit. We're not gonna install them because this hood is coming off because we still have an engine and tranny to put in. So we've got 3 holes this side, 3 on that side. So we'll have basically a 1-inch bolt up front through the radiator support, a 1-inch bolt in the rear, and 2 3/4-inch bolts in the center. These will hold the fender liners together, but we got good news. Steve's back with the old transmission. So we're gonna go see what our friends from Summit Racing sent us and get the transmission out of this crate. So we're gonna hurry and get this unboxed, show you guys what this new stock transmission from Summit looks like. There we have it. We got a brand new Reed Racing tranny. We're gonna be getting this out of the pallet, getting our stall converter on it, and putting it right on the back of that 383 and dropping it in this Impala. We got a radiator, but now we're gonna get our drivetrain installed. We have some AN fittings. We need to run over to the Hermanson's Tractor Supply, and we need to get some 6 AN male to -6 ORB. Now this ORB is O-ring style sill, so this is gonna fit right in here in our ports on this Reed Racing transmission. We'll tighten them up, and then our transmission cooler lines will go directly onto these -6 ANs, and we'll be able to cool down the transmission fluid when we're whopping out there at the Derby. So bop, bop, bop. All right, so now that we've got the correct fittings, let's get inside. Let's get the engine ready. We'll get it off the stand, we'll get the transmission to it, but now we have all the drivetrain, so exciting.
Gotta blow off all the confetti from Robby's mess.
From the live feed.
And you made the mess?
So we're gonna be running a Ford Ranger stock fan on the front of this engine. So we have what's called a clutch fan eliminator. It doesn't quite fit, so I've gotta do some modifications. I've gotta make this center hole a little bit bigger. I'm gonna hog it out.
You missed a spot.
Ooh, we're close.
Just put some washers in there. Space it out.
We got it resized. Perfect. That's 1 full quart.
How many quarts do you guys think this holds?
Tell Hillbilly in the comments. Whoa, nope. Kicking the torque converter up, letting the air bubbles come past so it'll take fluid in. That way when we put it on, we're not gonna drip everywhere. All right, so I've got Lincoln here helping me fill the torque converter with oil. Yeah, that much. 1/3 of a quart of oil in it. We're kind of letting it burp in. Hey, look at my little crocodiles. Aren't they so cute? Muscles behind it, and then we guide it.
Your muscles, you're in the military. It's springy, like it's not set all the way. There we go. That's a lot better.
We're gonna try to stab this motor and transmission in that car right there. Got all our issues worked through, we think. Now we're gonna get this engine and tranny put in because the Derby's coming quick. It's gonna go bad. This is where it's going bad at. Go down. Hold it. So we don't have a transmission cross member in yet. We're gonna try to guide this down in, get it on the mounts. Okay, go down, in, get my leggies out of the way. All right, so things are coming along tonight. We don't have us a videographer. We've got Danny working. We've got Hillbilly working late. And we're trying to selfie this. So we've got the motor and transmission set. We have the transmission cross member all mounted. We've got it bolted in fully. We're gonna weld it in, but right now it's just bolted. What we're gonna do now is lower this down, check the motor's level, and we're gonna take it back up to the moon. Hillbilly and Danny are gonna put the drive shaft in. I'm gonna work on welding the motor into place, and then the underside should be done. All right, so we've been working for a couple of hours. Our buddy Danny had to go. He didn't really say goodbye, but thanks for the help, Danny. We appreciate it. Driveline is in. Now, this driveline has way too much spline showing, so we're actually gonna send Steve up to my buddy Case's house tomorrow in Heber City and get us another drive shaft, because we've only got 5 inches of spline shaft inside the back half of the driveline, and we want more like 15 inches in there. Definitely gotta get another drive shaft. We have the transmission. That was Hillbilly.
I'm stuck.
Hold on, check this out. I can show you something cool. Hi, Hillbilly.
Oh, hi, I see you.
All right, so that has been a moment of going through the floor to see Hillbilly. Back to you, Bob. Anyway, we've got the shifter bracket built. So we had to build a custom angle iron bracket support thingy majigger to hold our shifter bracket, because this super awesome B&M deep dish cooling extravaganza pan, when we took it off, there was a drop down extension for the filter, and I didn't want to wait till tomorrow morning to get a new one and put a stock pan on it. So we made this shifter work. So that's going to be considered done. We've got the transmission cooler lines all installed. Done. We've got the dipstick installed. Done. The dipstick actually came out of a Cadillac out back, so that was super neat that it allowed us to use it. Yeah, thank you, Cadillac. I've got the motor mounts welded in. We do have a shift cable that we're gonna put in tomorrow. It's right here on the ground. We got some excitement to show you. We have everything done up top. Got the fuel line, we've got the wiring, we've got all the stuff done. So I'm gonna let Hillbilly down, and we're gonna check it all out, and we're gonna fire this baby up. It'll be the first time we started it in the car. All right, so we got the motor all welded in. We got the fuel lines in, we got the power wire, we got fans, grounds, everything hooked up. Hillbilly's gonna crank this sucker on, and we're gonna see if we can start it. Make sure it's in park. Actually, I'll make sure it's off the ground. Now it can't go anywhere.
No transmission fluid, it won't go anywhere.
Oh yeah, bud, forgot about that. Woo! That's right. It's late. It runs.
What?
But we're going home to go to sleep because it is tomorrow. It is the next day, so we got a ton of stuff to do. I'm putting the power steering together. Hillbilly's working on some stuff over in the vise, but we only have until 10:15 until Hillbilly has to head to the dentist. So he's got his big cleaning today, and then we're gonna really figure out which option he's gonna take and what direction we're gonna go with his new smile. I'm gonna get to welding. All right, so we're getting closer to the time that Hillbilly's gotta leave, but I've got the power steering all almost done. I've got one more return line to put some clamps on, but we wanna remind you guys that if you wanna help out the channel, head over to RobbyLayton.com, get yourself some awesome merch. We have the Bronx Star shirts, we've got the sticker packs, we've got the brand new gray shirts. You don't wanna miss out on this stuff. Get it while we still got it, and help support the channel. By you guys buying merch, it's helping us take care of Hillbilly, and whatever else we do to give back, that's how we do it, is through our merch sales, and we appreciate you guys. We're getting close. Hillbilly's just about got this upper air cleaner protector built. We're gonna get that finished up, and then we're gonna hurry and go over our list before he takes off. That way we know what all we gotta finish before we can paint it.
There's one. I just gotta do one more. 1, 2. I am building a header protector. So that way the headers can't fold in on each other or pull apart off of each other. It's a bar that goes from header to header. Right now I'm just drilling the holes that the angle will bolt to the flat plate, and then the angle gets welded to the header.
I think those bits are smoked. We're gonna be needing to warranty those through Matco. Yeah, at least that's bigger than 1/4 inch because it's warranted.
That's all that matters. So now I'm welding a nut on the motor mount because there's about a 1/2 inch gap So that means the motor can move half inch forward and backwards. We don't want that. So we're welding the nut in place in that gap so it's solid. Now I just gotta do the other side. Dunzo.
Are you excited to get your teeth cleaned?
Negative.
Why?
Because it's gonna hurt.
So excited to be able to smile and have very nice pearly whites. So now that I've got the power steering all put back in, we gotta get my radiator fan off of a 1999 Ford Ranger back on my Chevy engine. Hillbilly will enjoy that. The cool thing about these Collier Performance engines is they run a clutch fan eliminator that is actually machined to accept a Ford Ranger fan or a Kubota tractor fan. But I opted for the Ford Ranger fan because it was in stock at Napa.
And it's a Ford fan, so it's gonna be better.
Now I'm a Ford fan. What are you doing?
Time for me to bounce.
Let's hurry and look at the checklist before he leaves. All my Tuesday stuff is done. Look at this. We've even got our hood bolts done. Driveline's done. We do have to switch it, but we'll put the other driveline in, but we have it here. Wiring, done. Look at that whole...
still half done.
Okay, well, we'll put ing over here, and then we'll cross out wire. All right, so we need a steering U-joint. We don't have that. We have motor mount bolts. Those are tight and done. Steering column bolts, it's checked. That's what made it to where we know we need a steering U-joint. Power steering is done. Header protectors, not quite done. I'll finish that since Hillbilly's leaving. Radiator's finished. Shifter's done. Fuel lines in. Transcooler lines are done. And then the trim firewall. Got it all finished. So basically, the only thing we have now is our steering U-joint, our header protector, and we gotta paint this bad boy by the end of the day.
Are you gonna do all the sanding?
I ain't sanding anything. This is getting painted over. This is getting literally an Earl Shive.
I'm Earl Shive. I'll paint any car for just $99.95.
Okay, have fun, Hillbilly.
Oh, I will.
We'll see you in a minute. I'm gonna get this all tacked in. I got a glove as a spacer. Come to the other side. I don't wanna get crazy with it until I know that it's right. All right, now we got our spacing correct. All right, so Hillbilly made it back from the dentist's office. So they had to do 7 numbing shots to do half of the top of his top teeth to get him clean.
And there's a spot right here that every time they would go over it with their high pressure jet water thingy, it would instantly hurt.
It's a super painful process. He's got like 10 more dentist appointments set up. Yeah, before they're ready to really assess. What they want to do is they want to clean his teeth really, really well, fix the cavities that they can fix, and then they're going to give us a game plan. So that's pretty much where we're at. We're still doing it. He's going to get his new smile. It's just going to take time. So you guys need to stick through the process. We'll give you guys updates every single time he goes to the dentist. And then one day, bing, pearly white. Look on the bright side. You didn't have to shave your beard.
That's one good thing.
And you get to go to the Derby.
I still would have went.
It's true. We still don't have the final answer on what's going to happen, but got options.
I need my wife to run to Walmart and get me a cup to put water in.
You're going to drink water?
I've been drinking water today.
You're
I haven't
lying.
had no soda pop today at
You're
all.
lying. No way.
Go look at my box. I don't have no soda pop.
Go grab some water and I want to watch you drink it.
I can't drink it out of like a plastic bottle.
Why?
It puts a funny flavor in it.
What kind of cup do you need?
Like a metal cup with a lid.
Oh, like a Stanley.
Let's get him a Stanley. We'll get him a Stanley, and then we'll watch him drink water.
Well, he said I changed my diet if I want to keep my teeth.
I'm super proud of him, and you should be proud of him too. So we're super excited for Hillbilly. He's gonna take good care of his teeth from here on out. He's quitting smoking, drinking water, he's quitting soda. This is the real deal.
Yay.
We installed the air cleaner protector. Wiring is installed. I'm gonna button that up here in a minute. We've got an upper radiator hose installed. Power steering's done and ready. We're ready to put fluid in that. We're ready to put fluid in the transmission. Hillbilly already changed the driveline out. UPS is gonna bring us a throttle bracket and a new steering joint because down here, we've got a bad U-joint. It's not supposed to do that.
Can't we just weld it?
Yeah, we probably could, but we don't want to. This is some serious business. We can't lose because of a steering U-joint.
And you wanted to put a motor that has a knock in it.
Well, yeah, because I trust it. The knock would have been fine.
Would have been fine until it wasn't.
We're gonna get Hillbilly a Stanley. We're gonna get him some water. We're gonna go to AutoZone. We're gonna do all these things, and we're gonna be right back. I talked to my buddy Case, and he recommended that I run antifreeze. He did say that when the radiator explodes, it's not gonna taste very good. But that's a risk I'm willing to take for 20-degree cooling capabilities for the 383 stroker. So we're gonna put antifreeze in it. And the rest is going to be H2O. Hillbilly, I'm so pumped that you drink water. H2O! You guys want to know how excited I am? While we were gone to the AutoZone, Hillbilly took the fuel line off and he pumped all the gas out because we made a big, humongous mistake.
Motor don't run.
We ran this engine without race gas. So we've pumped out the remnants of the bad gas. We're going to start it and burn it out of the carburetor. And we have 20 gallons of VP Racing's finest 110 octane race gas with groovy grape additive. And it is going to be so amazing.
Why grape? Why not cherry? Or fruit punch?
Because
Strawberry?
grape's my thing.
Or banana?
Anybody that's ever been to a derby that has watched me run, when my headers are singing, you smell groovy grape. It's most definitely trying to move.
Is it?
Yeah! Put that, I can't let these go. Put that sucker in park.
They've been dangling all morning.
We'll burn the fuel out of it. All right, so this is Hillbilly's idea, and it's a good one. Now let's transfer.
Wait, that's how you transfer?
Yeah, I don't know if it's right, but it's what we're doing.
Transfer-ish. 16.
So 16, and then we're gonna go from there back. All right, let's flip it. So I cut all the braces out so that everything will fold easier, and then we're just gonna wrap those around. We're gonna bolt 3 of them, but not the back one. Everything is all about science, scientifically engineered. Red eye. Boy, were we off.
Yo, boy. We're touching back here and have an acre up here.
That's fine though, the width is correct. So let's just go and open this up. All right, so for the first time today, we're gonna test fit this, and it's gonna be correct. So this is where precise amounts of engineering comes into play. You might be wondering what exactly it is we're doing. You're about to find out. The hood doesn't want to contour to the engine, we'll make it.
Oh.
It's there. Since we have the hood expertly installed, we're gonna run a lunch, come back, and then it's going over in the booth. You're just gonna have to wait to see what color I painted, but Corey, put in a lightning strike. NLR Derby parts came through. They overnighted us a bracket and some steering that we need. Thank you guys. Any of you Derby guys need parts, John Muse, he's looked up. So we've got a new steering shaft, so we'll get that installed. This is one that is not damaged. GM. The most important thing, this is gonna make it go vroom vroom. This is our throttle bracket for a 4412 Holly. This is our adjuster. We'll get the hood off, get these installed, and then check this out. We got Hillbilly, his very own water holding Black Stanley. Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you.
That way he can sip his water all day long. I'm so impressed. He's drinking water.
Just air.
First time ever. I'm getting the throttle bracket all hooked up. Hillbilly's getting that steering shaft changed. We've got power steering fluid in it. We're gonna get coolant in it. Start it up. We've got the throttle bracket on. We've got the throttle cable adjusted. We've got it to where it'll only goes from full stop to full throttle, and we got a throttle stop. But we should have all the gas all night long. Yep, start it. We got something interfering.
Is there a bent rim?
No, I think the driveline's hitting.
Yeah, you got a new one?
Yeah, but I think it's hitting on something. So we're gonna lift this up and see what's going on, but I'm almost positive that the cross member's hitting the driveline. We're hitting the cross member. I think if we just shim that cross member, it should be fine. What if we have the cross member in backwards? Okay, start it. Put it in gear. All right, cut it up. All right, so we've got a combination of things going on. We've got washers that are hitting, and we've got a cross member that's not liking what we're doing. I think we need to shim it here and change the bolts. I wonder if we have this in backwards.
Call Zach.
Do I have this cross member in backwards?
That's correct. But take that mount off and cut the front piece of that off. You're going to tie that transmission, tie it to the cross member, and you're done.
I think you're amazing. He told us everything we did wrong. So we're gonna cut this mount off, remove that mount, put rubber on there, put it up inside, move this forward, put a bolt in, drill another hole, put another bolt in, and we're gonna call it a day.
Can I what?
Yep, let's get this out. Basically, we've done everything incorrect. So I'm taking this mount off. We're gonna do this correctly. We don't actually have to change the bolts. We just had the mounting messed up for the transmission. Got him. I went and found the best welcome mat I could find out in the impound lot, and this is it.
Let's say it's time for Toyota.
No, it was out of that Saturn. It's now a derby car transmission mount. All right, so we'll put this back up in there. We're gonna build us a big tie wire cable system, and then we're gonna wrap it around the transmission. All right, folks, that is what you call a redneck upside down drill press. So we're taking our baling wire and we're gonna braid it.
Do you know how to braid?
Nope.
A drill does though.
Do not try this at home, kid. I know we make this look easy, but this is highly complicated and takes a very, very skilled person to get this to work.
Why are we doing it?
I'm not quite sure yet.
Keep going. More.
Start breaking it.
Don't break.
I think we're good there.
Go further.
That braid is beautiful. Okay, she braided. Let's get this sucker mounted. I wouldn't crank it. I would just put a good twist in it. We'll cut it. Hillbilly's really good at that. All righty, sir. All righty, guys. That is as done as it's gonna get. All right, so we've got everything underneath done. Last thing, we're gonna check the transmission fluid, make sure it's up to par, put the hood on it, and then we're finally headed to the paint booth. This is the last time this hood has to go on.
You got a fire.
Good? Yeah. Little overflow, like we like it.
Okay, you guys got first hand of how Robby breaks in his stuff the first time driving it. Right there. Does it have as much power as your LS?
Wow. It doesn't rev as high, but it hits that point and it holds it. This thing gets wild. I'm like jittery. I had to put my seatbelt on. Like, wow! Wow. Our radiator cap's not stiff enough. It's not holding back any pressure. Other than that, this thing is awesome. As you guys saw earlier, our radiator was bubbling over a little bit of steam and some coolant was coming out. Well, that's because we had a 16-pound cap on it. Like my buddy Nick, he had a 29 PSI cap. This block is pressure tested at 40 PSI, so you should have no problem running 29 pounds. Header protector, that's on. We're all finished up. Now it's time for paint. All right, so I'm gonna set this up on some cardboard. That way if I splash it, it'll kind of absorb on the cardboard. Whenever you're dumping out of a gallon can, it's a little weird. So I like to do it on cardboard. Doesn't make a ginormous mess. You throw the box away when you're done. We already blow tack and static it. It's all cleaned up. I'm gonna get some black sprayed down, and then after the black sits and dries, we're gonna put down some white, some blue candy, some pink candy, and we're gonna show you guys how awesome this paint job looks. All right, so we've got it painted all black. Next, we're gonna be putting down some white. So this is the first layer to the lightning. Then we'll put some blue candy over it, then we'll fine it in. We'll put some blue candy, and then we'll put the real fine details. A little bit of blue candy, some pink hearts with some names of my favorite people. Doesn't look like much, but it'll all start coming together. All right, I have the base white down. Now I'm gonna go grab some blue candy and come back in, We're gonna blue candy everything, and then we're gonna kind of highlight some details with some more white, blue candy, and then come in and fine line it. Doesn't look like much, but it'll start coming together real quick. So for the blue candy, I've mixed up House of Colors Cobalt Blue. It's gonna look real nice. All right, this step's a little weird, a little transparent, but as it starts to get layered, the blue will really pop. So as you can see, as I go over the white, the blue doesn't do anything to the black, but it starts to, everywhere that's white, turning blue. All right, so I've got the first layer of blue. I'm gonna go grab my airbrush, and I'm gonna come in and put some detail down. More blue, more detail, a little less blue, a little bit of pink. But you can't guess where this is gonna go. All right, so we've got the pink candy down. We're gonna let this flash for a few minutes and come back in and start doing some more lightning. Basically, all you do is a bunch of little squigglies. And I am no airbrush artist, that is for sure.
Isn't it the same as painting?
Not quite. So now, I'm gonna go over it and I'm gonna put another round of blue candy on it. Then all we're gonna do is highlight it with white. We gotta get this thing done. Perfect. Looks like a 2-year-old wrote it. So I'm out of cheap clear for my derby cars. So I'm using the cheapest good clear we have. So we're using some DC 2000. This stuff will air dry in 25 minutes, even though we're gonna let it sit overnight. All right, so before we get in there and we clear this derby car, I need to hear from you guys. So this is a 4-on-4 demolition derby. That's Fab Rats, Matt's Off-Road Recovery, Robby, Layton Nation, and Rudy's Adventure and Design. So we're on a 4-man team. We're going against Gumby, TJ, Derek, and Anthony. Drop in the comments, let us know who you think's gonna win. Is it gonna be, who's gonna be your favorite? Is it us, or is it them? Let us know. I've got to blow, tack, and static this, and we're gonna get it cleared. Time to make this puppy shine so we can go out and destroy it. All right, so we've got it cleared. For a derby car, it looks fantastic. We put one quick coat. It's kind of a dust coat, but it's glossy and it's gonna look good in the arena. It's super late, we're tired. All right, as always, I appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, go check out another one.